What's up guys, I'm just a gamer and I'm back with another video. And yeah, I just wanted to get my thoughts on like some updated thoughts on the stuff with, ever since Sony announced that they were gonna stop making physical games, there's just been a lot of stuff happening. And I just wanted to get my, updated thoughts out. And first and foremost, let's go over, I guess, like the most recent thing where it was like shown, or it was announced that like only 7 PlayStation games passed 100,000 physical games sold. And like there's other places that break down the numbers a bit better, and like they go over it and they break it down, but it's a little misleading just because I think one of them was like Requiem, and even though Requiem sold like so many millions, 28% of that was physical. So that was like they sold close to 1 million physical copies. So them setting the bar to 100,000, but not really specifying how much each game made themselves, is a little bit like a whatever. But even if that was the case, though, it does paint a pretty bad picture that physical game sales were down. They're dying, and Sony, they're in the right. This is the proof they need to to shut us up, to say, look, you didn't want physical games. This is the proof. Here are the numbers. But I feel like something that the people reporting on this are kind of glossing over is that these are the numbers before their announcement to kill physical media. The real numbers we should be looking at now are, do these numbers go up? Do they stay the same? Do they go down? That's what we should be looking at, because they're bringing this out like, hey, here's our proof. But yes, these are numbers from past, before your announcement to stop making physical games. I'm very curious to see where this lands after your announcement. Are we going to see it, are we maybe going to see it go up? Are we going to stay the same? And so on and so forth, just like, again, I repeated myself, forgive me. But yeah, like that's the thing we really need to look at now, is like, this is before announcement. Now we need to look at the numbers after the announcement. We need to see like what changes and what doesn't. And I feel like a lot of places and people are just kind of glossing over that and being like, oh man, here's Sony making their case, this is the numbers. And it's just like, yes, but since their announcement and people have rallied, do we see that number go up? That is the question now, and that's what I think we need to be focusing on and like looking out for in the future. Just because, yeah, as it stands, these numbers, they paint a pretty good picture for why Sony did what they did, And again, I just want to re-emphasize that this isn't really just about physical media. It's about digital consumer protections, and the fact that the ones we have currently are not good. They are not strong enough. Like, until we get updated digital consumer protections that explicitly state that, hey, when you buy something digitally, you own it. You're not licensing it, you're not borrowing it, you own it. Until that happens, physical media is the only physical media is the only way to guarantee that you own the product that you bought. That's what the real fight is about. It's about these digital consumer protections. And the thing is, Sony, they're so unfriendly. Like, they keep shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to this regard, just because they already made it so that there's an update where if you don't log in or play, if you're not online or on your PlayStation account for 30 days, any digital content you own, maybe even physical, is locked on your console. It's locked until you're able to, log back into your account, and then they'll unlock it for you. And how is that going to work for people who just don't have internet? What if something happened and their Wi-Fi or their cable or whatever, it went out and they're just without internet for a long time, and they want to play their games because that's the only entertainment they have, but come 30 days they're locked out of their games. And it's like Sony does this, and it's just like they keep just making things worse and worse. I mean, also look at what happened with Helldivers, and most recently, well, Helldivers, they eventually reversed course, but with Marvel Tokon, it's been announced that again they're making the stupid decision of making it so that you have to have a PlayStation account to play the game or buy the game or whatever, and that like blocks out like 100 something like countries that don't have access to that. I forget the exact number. I know it's over 137. No, I can't remember, but it's over 100, and it's just like those are just users being totally screwed over who want to play your game but they can't. And it's like this shows why we need better digital consumer protections. And this is like, it's mind-boggling that they can make all these and asinine, stupid like decisions and yet still be like, oh, killing physical games, that's gonna blow over really well, you know, when people are already mad at them for the way they handle their current digital content. And it's just, it's bad. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there because I feel like, yes, I saw the whole 7 games passing 100K. Again, a little misleading because they don't say the proper numbers. There are other places that do break it down. And again, even if that's the case, this is before that. Those are the numbers before their announcement. I'm curious about the numbers of physical game sales after the announcement to see if it does, crossing fingers because I'm really hoping people get the message, go up. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping to show. That's what I'm hoping we prove, that, you know, physical games is something we still crave, and to make that happen, we need people to buy physical and less digital. And again, I'm not saying digital evil, whatever. I'm just saying until we get better consumer protections, physical media is still needed. I'm just gonna say that. And then one last thing, I know there were some, you know, advocates of physical games coming down on indie games like Dench Attack and a few other developers as well. And for that, I want to say, you know, I think that frustration, the physical games thing, is a bit misplaced when it comes to them, because a lot of indie games, they can't afford to make physical copies of their games. They have to release digitally. That's how they're going to get across to the most people. They don't even have the ability to make physical games. And, you know, I don't want to get into it, but that for us to really lay into them, that has to be on a case-by-case basis. The people or the companies we really need to lay into are PlayStation and Xbox and their first-party studios. You know, those are the games that we need to, you know, let them know that, hey, we still want physical. Because indie games, you know, a lot of them to begin with can't afford to make physical games. Because again, I know some people were boycotting Dench Attack, and I feel like, again, that frustration, the movement was a bit misplaced when it comes to, you know, going after them or any indie game, honestly. I think we need to focus on PlayStation and Xbox and their first party titles and show, you know, go after them, after those. Not the indie developers that can't even were never able to afford it to begin with. I just want to put that in there too. But yeah, that's enough of me. I've been rambling long enough. But what are your thoughts on this? What are you thinking of these new updates? Have your thoughts changed? Have you bought physical games since the announcement? Have you not? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. But regardless, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment down below. I'd appreciate any feedback. Subscribe. I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, so if you want, you can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/justagamerink, all together one word, or you can click the link below, or you can catch me right here on YouTube. Just hit that notification button to know when I go live. But again, let me know your thoughts, and also please, whenever possible, buy physical games. I know it's inconvenient. Some people would say it lacks the convenience of digital, but like, we need to support physical games. So whenever possible, please buy physical. And as well, speaking of games, there is a shit ton of games coming out in the coming months, and I have nowhere near enough funds to get them all. So if you could think, maybe, hope, if you can consider clicking the link below and leaving me a tip, donating to help me buy these games that I really want to play, especially like, Onimusha, Wolverine, Control Resonant, Valor Mortis, there's a bunch of games coming out and I want to play them, and I would really appreciate the help in being able to acquire these games. But regardless, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and have a good game.